Tom Morton on the fishbowl. Welcome at 4 round time 2025.
That's right, here we are.
Thank you for taking the time to swim in the bowl with me.
All right, here we go.
I'm hoping the temperature's just right.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Excellent, excellent. We were just starting to talk about your work on the Jaws films, and I think that's appropriate since we're dun 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 dun.
That's true. Yeah, I did some Jaws work, and it was different. I went to Catalina Island with second unit guys and shot some of the stuff underwater when there was a group of scuba divers and sharks from the body had been burned, and we all go to the surface and embolize. That was my first experience with Jaws, and then I did the Revenge and done with the last guest on
Yes, yep.
on the ship when the Jaws attacked with the water. So I've had a few experiences on Jaws. It was great.
Awesome, awesome. I'm a fan of all the Jawses. The first, of course, is classic.
Oh yeah,
Consider
secret now.
right.
It's like that with a lot of films where the first
Right.
on the set.
Right. I mean, the one that I will say is the sequel is better, in my opinion, is Aliens. Yeah. I think Aliens is the best in the entire franchise. Alien probably second, and then split for me between Alien 3 and Resurrection.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look at them again to make that evaluation. But I liked Alien. It was pretty good. I have to see that again because you might be right with that. I know when we did Pirates, Pirates the first one was really it was like that kind of movie where you set the tone. Who's this captain? This pirate, and,
Right.
And what is he doing? And it's kind of fun to figure it out as you go along.
Right.
Because it was very interesting on the whole show and the type of movie was set by that first one. And the others were okay, but they sometimes go over the top because they try to make it bigger and better every time they do a sequel.
Exactly.
Sometimes that doesn't work out as you like it.
Yeah. I mean, another one that I'll throw out is really it's like the 80s and 90s were a more prime example of this, but they like the first and the second are really good, but the third kind of like lacked. And they didn't really rectify that till I guess Marvel Mania, kind of took over. Because it could even be seen with like Blade number 1, really good. Blade number 2, pretty decent. Blade number 3,
I like Blade 1.
Yeah, Blade 1 is the best.
I mean, that there again, you're seeing the characters setting the whole action.
Right.
Characters playing off each other.
Right. As well as goes with Halloween and Friday the 13th, which we've also had a huge.
I've done a lot of that, yeah. And these shows, there's so many of them, they kind of go up and down. You like this one, and there's lots of fans that like one over the other.
Right.
And when I did 5, I did a copycat burner, So it wasn't liked at first because they wanted to see Jason.
Right.
When you think about it, Jason's just a imaginary character anyway.
Exactly.
So if you're looking at a horror movie and there's a killer, there he is. But it wasn't the real Jason,
Right.
So anyway, but as years go on, people look back and see him, and there's some people come in, I really enjoyed this bit. It had a lot of good kills, it's interesting, a little comedy in it. So that, it gets more appreciation. But when you have such a long series of films,
Right.
I
mean, some are better than. I mean, I was born in '88, grew up in the '90s, so I was like in the and also like all those movies were totally still relevant. And I remember I was in high school when Freddy vs. Jason came out. And that was like a big deal. It was a very big deal. So we were Jason Goes to Hell, was set up, and same thing with ABT.
I think the 80s were a really unique time because they had so much stuff that was you waited for. I remember waiting for Thriller that was going to come out. And Tyson was fighting, and his fights, every time you go to see one of his fights, it was like a big deal.
Right.
I think the 80s were a special time. And for me, because I'm a lot older, my heroes are in the 50s, and I look back at the classic Frankenstein, Wolfman, and those things. Like, oh wow, those are really killers. I remember seeing The Thing when it first came out. It scared me to death. I got out of my seat and I walked to the curtain. I watched the movie from behind the, why am I doing this? I was going to leave it. No, I can't leave, but I thought I better.
Right.
Thank you.
I definitely think the original Nosferatu silent film is still better than the one that just came out.
Yeah, there's something about that classic thing that you got. It's like trying to remake your Psycho.
Right.
It's real hard to try to do that.
And they did, and it failed miserably.
It doesn't work. I think that's why it's like as if they told all the stories and done all the formula, so let's just go remake it.
Right.
You got to keep thinking of something new.
Right. And the only iteration of Nosferatu that isn't really Nosferatu, it's his own movie, is Shadow of the Vampire. Willem Dafoe played Count Orlok, and he's supposed to be like a real vampire. And it was like the filming of Nosferatu, but like the vampire was real, not Shrek or whatever. But I think I see we're starting to get a little crowded here, so I guess we gotta. It's been fun to wrap up. It's been a pleasure having you swim in the bowl.
Nice.
Again, dun-dun. So this temperature was just right. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much.